Hey there, it's Kevin Ward, and welcome to the special episode of Kevin at 7. This is one of the craziest, most awesome questions I have had on YouTube in a long time. This was on one of my videos recently from Gene Smith. So Gene, I hope you hear this video. The question is basically, why should you call your sphere of influence? And this is the question. Why do trainers always say that your sphere of influence is the best source? Most of these people don't want to move. I'm still reading here. Now, so he makes a question. Why do trainers say that your sphere of influence is your best source of business? And then he says, now he's answering it. He's saying, I disagree because I don't think they want to move. And then he says this, admittedly, I never called them thinking it would be pestering or perceived as desperation. Okay, now, so here is a couple of things that is wrong about the question. Well, let's just say the question's great, the answer is wrong. Number one, it makes an assumption that because nobody that you know, as far as you know, wants to move right now, that means that they cannot be a source of business for you, number one. And number two, the second conclusion is that if I call them, they're going to either think I'm begging or I'm bugging. I'm either bugging them, I'm pestering them, or I'm desperate and I'm begging for business. Can I please have some business? So here's a couple of shifts in your thinking. All right, number one is that your personal circle, it's what we call it, Yes Masters, your personal circle is the best source of business. Now, does that mean that some of them want to move today? Maybe not. But here's the first thing. One, it's about the relationships and having a long game approach rather than a short game approach. I'm not calling them because they may want to sell their house today or know somebody that wants to sell their house today. However, they might. They may know somebody that is looking, buying or selling the next couple of months. There's a high probability because the average person knows a couple of hundred people. And if the people they know, those 200 people only move once every 10 years, that means 20 of the 200 they know are going to move this year. And that means at any given time, there's a good possibility that they know somebody who's moving. Now, whether they can refer them to you or not, whether they know about them or not is another story. But there's going to be a half a dozen times a year that anybody can potentially give you a referral. And if you are not top of mind awareness, you're probably never going to get that business. It is the long game approach, not the short game. And the other thing is that people who know you and like you, and they know what you do, and they respect that you do it well, they actually like to help you. And so they're happy to give you business. The problem is they don't know you want their help. They don't know that you want their help in finding clients and referring business. They think of you as a realtor. So when their neighbor is getting ready to sell, they go like, well, I got my realtor. I'm sure that neighbor has their realtor. And they don't connect the dots that connect that realtor to me, and I can potentially get a deal. Now, let me just give you one example of the power of your personal circle. Sir Joe Nazaro, who is one of our coaches, has been a real estate agent now for just 2 years. Okay, he's actually in his 25th month as a full-time realtor. He's going to be speaking at Agent Mastery Live next month here in Los Angeles. And you can get the link down below to register for that and come hear him. He's going to be speaking several times at that event. And here's the reason. He built 100% of his business off of his personal circle. His rookie year, he talked to people who he didn't have any real estate experience. They didn't know anything about, that he was in business, and he just called and started asking for business. He made $335,000 his rookie year. His second year, he made $520,000. In his first 2 years, he's made over $850,000 because he didn't worry about coming across as desperate, and he didn't worry about pestering. And you don't have to worry about it either. Call the people you know, talk to them, ask for their business, and always expect yes.